Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of the hobby vlog. This is just me again just before I'm about to go to work. I've just picked out a few more details on these minis, put another couple of washes on, highlighted the flesh a little more, painted on some beards, some hair, etc. There's still a tiny bit to do, and then I'm going to move on to the bases, but I think as far as these guys, I'll just see if I can adjust the light. Is that better? Yeah, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. As far as these guys go, with there being so many to do, I'm pretty much done. I'll get the bases done, I'll do my final picking out, etc. And then I'll come back to you in another hobby vlog, but yeah, I'm fairly happy with them. Like I say, some of the little details that need to go on. So I think the second part of this second part, if you like, is going to be pretty much the finished product, and we may talk about the next 6 which are in the lineup. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the hobby vlog, and I will come back to you shortly. See you soon. Hey guys, welcome to another part of my hobby vlog, part 2. These Laketown Militia now are pretty much complete. I'm going to whack a matte varnish on them just to protect them, and then yeah, I'm very happy with how they've turned out. I've not gone too crazy with them. Like I said, I've got quite a few to do, but I think the standard that they're at is a fairly good standard. Try and get that to zoom in. There we go. That's my first batch of 6. Didn't take too long. It was over the space of about 3 days, but just with an hour here and there. So I reckon about 3, maybe 4 hours work in these 6 guys. The temptation with these is to carry on going and get them to a really good level, which I think maybe once they're all done and I've got a little bit more time, I may come back and do that. But at the minute, they they do the job that I want them to do. They look fairly good, and I think they'll look really good on the board. And yeah, I'll come back and I'll show you my next batch, which are ready to go. I'm not going to do as an in-depth vlog as I've done with these, because it's just going to be the same thing over again, but I'll show you what it is that I'm doing, and then we'll probably come back once they're all complete, show you a couple of the heroes that I've got planned, etc. So yeah, I'll speak to you shortly. Welcome back. This is another part of my hobby vlog. Now these are the next bunch of Laketown Militia, which I need to get painted up. I'm going to start with the 6 at the back as my second lot. You've already seen my first 6 finished, and then I'm going to do these 5 guys along the front row, and I think that's pretty much it for what my requirements are for the final and the amount that I need. I do have quite a few more. I think another 2 warbands that I need to paint, full warbands that I need to get painted up to complete the force that I have. I'm one of these guys that I like to have roughly around 700 to 800 points of a single force. So 700 to 800 points of pure Laketown Militia, 700 points of pure Laketown Guard, etc. A bit strange like that, but yeah. So I'll paint them all up at a later date. At this stage, this is all I need for the final, to go with my Mirkwood as a Laketown Mirkwood Alliance, and also to go along with that is, I'll just move the camera back a little bit, get a little bit more room to show you. We've got Legolas foot unmounted. I do have a Legolas on foot. Well, I have a couple of Legolases on foot, painted up. One of them is actually a conversion, which would have been fun to use. But again, I'm a bit of a purist. This model was brought out to work with this force, I suppose. So I want to use it. So I need to get them painted up. Whether it's going to happen in time is a different matter altogether. And I really like this paint scheme on the front. I've never actually looked at the packaging before. And every Legolas you see, there's quite nice bright greens, not too garish, but nice brights on the packaging. I don't know whether it's just the colouring in the picture that they've took, but he's more browns, and I really like the way it looks. It looks really nice. So I'm going to try and emulate that when I paint this fella up. So that's Legolas. Used to go with my Mirkwood contingent, and then to go alongside my captain and my militia, I've got Bard. Again, models that I really like. The paint scheme on these guys is great. I know there was a lot of talk about the paint schemes for new Hobbit releases when they were coming out around, I think it was last Christmas sometime. People were a bit negative. I really like the paint schemes. The faces aren't great, admittedly, but I'm no expert painter, so I can't judge. But yeah, I'm gonna try and copy the paint scheme as it is on the packaging. I don't see anything wrong with it, so if it's not broke, why fix it? And hopefully that's it. I think that's all I've got to do. What I'll probably do is just show you in the next part of the video my already painted Mirkwood. They're what I brought in a similar force with Guild-Ball Informer Jake Finnegan to the Plantier Doubles this year. And we actually won Best Army, which was unexpected, but yeah, I really appreciate it. It was nice to get noticed. The paint job itself on the Mirkwood force, which I'll show you in a second, does need touching up. There's a lot of things where I don't know whether it's because I was rushing to get them done for that tournament, or if in the space of time between then and now my expectations for my own levels have gone slightly higher. I looked at them yesterday, and there's a lot of things that I'm not overly happy with, but again, that's one of the later things for me to do. I need to get these guys painted up first, and if I get time to do all the touch-ups etc. on my Mirkwood force, then I will do. So I'll come back to you in a second showing you my Mirkwood force. Okay guys, so this is my Mirkwood force, which has been sat in the box since playing the Plantier Doubles hosted by GBHL Damien and Tom. I've just dug him out. There's a few things which are not going to be used. Obviously Thranduil is in there. Thranduil will be getting used in this force because he's a beast. And then obviously on his stag, conversion antlers by Shadow and Flame. Again, I look at the paint jobs, they're alright. They were done kind of fairly half rushed, I suppose. If I get a chance, I'll top them up before the tournament. And then my Bard conversion, I won't be using this, I'll be using the new one to tie in with the battle from Battle of Five Armies in Dale. That's the theme that I'm going for. Got a couple of captains converted. This is actually, if I dig it out, I'll put it in the video, I'm not sure. I did have a picture, a still from the movie with an elf captain blowing the horn, and that was my take on that. Quite enjoyed doing that conversion, and the slight change in the colour scheme to make him stand out. Another captain, I think that was a conversion. Yeah, I converted that because I think he points the captain, the original captain points. As you can see, some of the weapons are bent with fine cast. That's nothing that can't be sorted out very easily. And then the rest are just a mix. Oh, this guy doesn't need to be in there. This was a Braga conversion for Laketown Guard captain. Yep, so that's that. Yeah, the rest of them are just a mix of standard poses and conversions. They all have there's two types of warrior here. There's either Mirkwood elf with bow and glaive, or Mirkwood elf with glaive and shield. The reason for that is my thinking behind it was the bow guys, elf bows are awesome, but once you get into combat with these fellas having such low defense, the glaive just adds basically they become, when they stop being a bowman, when the lines clash and I've got no more use for bows, they can support using the glaives, so that's a secondary function. And also, you know, if they do get into combat with the low defense, if they're against something that's quite beastly, they can shield with the glaive also. The main front line, the glaive holders with the shields just to give them that extra point of defense, you know, to make a shield wall, and everyone carries glaives, so everyone can support each other. Yeah, and I do have a Palace Guard bannerman at the back. Whether he's going to be in there or not, I've not decided yet. It'll come in very, very handy, just to sort of try and keep these guys alive, because they are quite pricey, and that's the worry with them, that they fall quite quick, and it's a massive drop in points as soon as that starts happening. And if these guys start falling, you're in trouble. You really need to keep them alive. You know, don't feel don't be afraid, should I say, to shield. Don't be too proud to do it, because like I say, if these guys do start falling, it's like a dominoes, and you're going to be in trouble. But yeah, anyway, these guys are the Mirkwood contingent. I don't think it's all of them. I can't remember what I need. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've got 18 off the top of my head. A mixture of bows and glaives with shields, etc. So this is probably going to be the end of my video. What I might do is I might release this now as part 2, and part 3 might be the final stages where everything's painted up. Whether that will be before or after the final remains to be seen. But again, thanks for watching. Tune into part 3, because that will show you the force all together, and I will have a little bit of a chat about the tactics that I intend to use, the thought process that's gone into those tactics, etc. And yeah, I've really enjoyed putting this video together, and I hope you've enjoyed it. The painting side is not my forte. I'm fairly average painting, but yeah, I hope that, you know, the newer hobbyists are getting something from it, and yeah, it's nice to get feedback and tips off people, which is great. If, you know, without sounding ungrateful, which I'm not, the feedback I've been getting has been amazing. But it really helps me if you put it in the comments. I'm getting a lot of messages on Facebook, which is cool. I'd, you know, keep that coming also. But just commenting on the video and liking it and sharing it, it just does a lot. It circulates traffic. And it gets more people to see the videos, and the more people that see the videos, the more feedback that I get, it makes me want to do more and more and more. Like I say, keep tuned. There's a lot of stuff coming, and I will see you in part 3, if not before. Take care.